You are returned to us, dear friend, and none the worse for bearing the heavy burden which I did press upon you. Most glad am I of this.
Am I still not? Wait, I just realized something.
What?
Am I still not in the next expansion yet?
Nope.
Dang.
I am informed that your efforts to negotiate a peace with Lord Ramu ended in conflict. Pray tell me, what befell?
I mean, if killing someone counts as peace, then yeah.
You know, right now you're on 2.3 and you have to
Ramu made
complete
trial of you.
2.55.
Yeah, I have
get
no
the-
idea what any of
There
that
is truth to
means.
his claim. It is the darkness within us that attracts the darkness without.
I mean, you can count.
Well, yeah, but like I don't know how long that is. I mean, I don't like know how many quests it takes to get to that point.
Cannot be denied that
I don't know.
misfortune follows man. For evidence, one need only look to the conflict brewing in Cartano, or to the rising flood of refugees.
I don't even know
Our
where you
shared
get these
struggle
numbers
against
from.
the Empire should have
Do you just
served
like go
That's
to the
seal
website
our
or something?
Yet the ties which bind the Alliance strain under the weight of gross self-interest.
I can just tell. Because whenever you complete, like, a quest that was added in a patch, you get an achievement.
I meant like, how do you know it's like 2.3 or like 2 point whatever? Like, where do you get these numbers from? That's what I mainly meant.
Another website, I guess.
Hmm.
As the scars of the calamity begin to fade, so too does our sense of common purpose. Yet now is scarce the time to forget our shared responsibility. If this new-sprung realm is to survive beyond its infancy, it must needs be nurtured by all. Eorzea must be as one. Yet I fear that dream is still far off. On behalf of the people of Gridania and the elementals both, I thank you for all that you and your fellow scions have done. Full oft have I been compelled to look to you for aid of late, and offered all too little in return. As leader of this nation, I shall endeavor to prove a more worthy ally to your cause henceforth. Lord Ramu has departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent. Voices of the forest, pray speak and I shall listen. What unseen evil begets this unease in my heart?
If everyone is ready, let us begin. Urianger, the floor is yours.
As all here assembled now know, in its final hours as our Order's headquarters, the Waking Sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus. Unwelcome though his presence was, his words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected. that the Ascians are eternal beings to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
In the intervening time,
What, so
Ariana
they're
and I have
immortal?
striven to discover a means by which the Ascians might more permanently be
Yeah.
slain.
Remember when you fought
And 'tis my belief
when
that
you
we
thought
have
you
found
killed
the thread
La
that will allow
Habrea,
us to
but he
unravel
didn't
the
die?
twisted skein of their existence.
Who?
La Habrea, the guy who possessed Thancred. The Ascian who possessed.
He's still alive then?
Yeah.
Dang, that's interesting. I didn't know they were immortal.
But now Leonte is saying he might have figured out
In
a
the
way
moments
to
prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the
kill
Sahagin
the
elder who
mortal.
summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension. The etheric readings taken by Y'shtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'shtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the instant of the Lord of Levin's demise. Unlike the Primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior. Let us begin at what some might call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm.
Okay.
In turn, the restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
Slideshow time.
You made it
Tis
sound
as
really
the
bad.
heavens did decree, the way of
No,
all
no.
mortal souls.
First time I get a cutscene like this, it feels
Twixt
like it.
this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continue unabated.
This is a good time to mention this. I think I've already told you this before, but for some reason, I always think whenever somebody in real life dies, the next person born has that person's soul.
Wait, you talking about reincarnation?
Well, I mean, I guess you'd call it that, but I feel like reincarnation usually has to do with other animals.
Not necessarily.
Like, let's just throw this out here. I don't know. Nah, I was trying to think of a bad person. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something. I can't give a good example without you getting. You're probably just gonna cut it out anyway. I'll just say it. Say if Dad's grandpa, when Hitler died, he like Hitler's reincarnation or some shit like that. Like it was like his soul wind was by. Like, I'm not sure if that makes sense to you.
Yeah, that's literally just reincarnation, Thomas.
But reincarnation usually has to do with like you becoming a smaller creature. Like, I don't know, like if you die as a human, you'll turn to a gorilla or something next.
That's just the form of reincarnation.
Okay.
Primals behave somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm, they must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape.
Dang. Also, it's spelled with an A in the beginning? I didn't know that. I thought it was E-T-H-E-R.
Nope.
Interesting. Also, that does sound very similar.
No broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
So in that last line, that actually does... It's actually called the same thing too, ether with it, but there's no A. In Xenoblade Chronicles, there's the Bionis and the Mechonis is not really that much different than that. They're pretty much just like ether, and they live off of it. Well, the Bionis, I'm not sure about the Mechonis as much.
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body.
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin Elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately...
I thought that was just because of a sacrifice.
A soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting, and in the claws of a Sahagin no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Nay, it merely withdraweth the distance, unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them. The Ascians took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
I am sorry, my friend.
Oh, it was the guy that was possessed.
The weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The Sahagin ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan. If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Ascians in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection...
Oh!
Therein lieth the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady. Only when we have trapped the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural constancy. Thus might even an eternal paragon be consigned to oblivion.
These feats are, of course, far easier said than done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Ascian soul. Yet, I believe it to be possible. The pieces of the puzzle lie before us. We have but to put them together.
I will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan. Together shall we divine the steps by which our goals may be achieved.
I have the utmost faith in you, Archon.
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian. Their findings shall soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
I shall, Archon. Thank you.
Yo, this looks like Kingdom Hearts.
Hmm. And there's 13 of them.
No, like the exact like location looks almost like it too, except instead of white, it's just darkness.
Mm-hmm.
That's mission. Dude, the auto text was going really fast. What the hell? Oh, that was a person? I couldn't even. From my perspective, from this like angle, for some reason I thought it looked like something else.
Wait, did you think it was a rock?
Not a rock, like a
A bush?
no, like a robot.
Okay.
What is that? I know it's offensive, but like, oh boy.
You're gonna have a crowd looking at you.
I mean, I'm not sure how badly
An
if this
audience.
person
That's what
wants
you
to
have. An
get
audience.
humiliated.
Ooh, yeah. Sucks for him.
Okay. I'm not even gonna move from this spot. Tell you what, I won't even do that.
Destroy him.
What the hell, dude? I knew I was gonna easily win, but come on. Perhaps I tried a little bit too hard there.
Oh, he'll be fine.
Dang, I'm not gonna lie. I was a lot more stronger than them than I thought. I knew I was gonna win, but I didn't think it was gonna. I knew I was gonna easily win, but I didn't think I was gonna win that easily. Are those horse ears?
Cat ears, Thomas.
Aren't they kind of long?
Uh,
Also, you refer to them as that? I don't know that.
what? Well,
What if they don't
that's
refer to any gender?
cat people?
You win again this time.
You
I
win
hate
again,
losing.
you. You.
Yum?
You. Eric, you.
Were you about to say
little-
a human slur? Did you just call me a...
No, you were calling me a.
All I can say is just... to that. That's all I can say.
Vine boom. Ah, yes.
I thought it was called Vine Boost.
Boost, boom, I don't know.
It doesn't even sound like a boom. It sounds like boost. Boost. I was trying to see if I wanted to say put some clothes on or not, but I don't really care.
This is the first time you've never haven't cared. I'm so proud of you.
Well, I didn't want to Well, what I meant by that is, I meant I don't care about checking whether or not that person needs to put some more clothes on or not. That's what I meant to say.
Okay. Okay, that's 4 no's.
Dude, wait, didn't I literally just say earlier? Man, I wonder if some of these guys are gonna say no.
And now everyone you've talked to said no.
So far.
Yeah, so far. You can sprint.
I know that.
I know that, Eric. I know that.
Yep, that's my I know you're mocking me, but that is indeed my reaction to that information.
Troll. You probably don't remember this guy.
Well, yeah, I don't. Is this the guy? Is this the barber?
No. He's not a barber. Remember when you fought Titan?
No. Who's that? Is that the boulder guy? I mean, the guy that's in
Yeah.
the volcano-like area?
Yeah, this guy, told you how to get to Titan.
Really? Sounds like a right... What the Eric, what does this mean?
Lark, that is a good question.
No, I'm not saying lark. He says a right lark. What does that even mean? But in terms of the tone he's using, I'm going to assume he's saying it means a lot of work. Wait, he's the only person that wants to join?
A source of or quest for amusement or adventure.
So only one person accepted.
Yeah, in this city.
Dang. Define went well.
Apparently recruiting one person is a success, apparently.
I guess it's better than none.
Mm-hmm.
What? Oh gods, can it truly be you? Is he talking to me or just himself or herself?
Oh, this guy.
Oh wait, he was talking to himself. It could be that you don't remember me. Oh wait, what?
Yeah, he is talking to you, Thomas.
Well, he wasn't facing me. That's what I was wondering. I exposed his crimes.
Yeah, it was like when you were like looking for the Self's elder and this guy, he was like selling information to the Guardians.
I'm gonna say, who?
Yeah, that's fair. You don't remember.
Well, it's kind of disrespectful. And I felt like being disrespectful.
Oh, you don't remember these two?
How do you know that? Wait a second. Is this the person that was like the only survivor from a raid or something?
Remember when you were doing the first 3 dungeons you did? These two were always like in front of the dungeons you did.
Yeah, wasn't this the person that was like with those people that died? Or associated with?
No.
Really?
She was not associated. They were a group of 2. There's a group of 4, and one of them died, and there was a group of 3 that also died.
Oh, all of them died. I think that person had the wrong idea.
Yeah. Okay, so you only got one person in Uldar.
Only one?
Yeah.
I thought I had 2.
Who was the second?
I don't know.
Nah, just one. You got 1 in Limsa. You got 2 in Gridania, and 1 in Uldar.
Surely there has to be an abbreviation for Limsa Lominsa.
Limsa.
Besides that.
Short. No.
Really? Is it that people call it that?
People just call it Limsa.
Tell me, General, what think you of Alfino's bold endeavor?
I think it is more than bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience, since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed farther apart, not closer together. Considering the many problems we face, should we not be glad that someone else is taking the initiative?
We have all pledged our cooperation, yet the grumbling continues behind closed doors. Ul'dah is not alone in her duplicity. I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve. With the inclusion of the finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies, it promises to be a fearsome military body. But whom will it serve? Even under the watchful gaze of the Scions, it is not unthinkable that such a force could perpetrate a great wrong. Does it not concern you that a significant proportion of its financial backing came from the coffers of the Syndicate? That those unprincipled worms might forge this extraordinary gathering of warriors into a private army?
I have trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the Primals. If they seek reinforcements, I deem it unwise to deny them. As for their finances, full many gave generously. And though our nobles proffered a sizable sum, their coin did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies. And what of the presence of our stalwart adventurer friend in this endeavor? I doubt the Warrior of Light would betray our cause.
Yes, there is that, I suppose. Yet I have known people to change. Whether we will or no, the events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping across the sands. Cannot be done about Telechi?
I have explored all avenues available to us, Your Grace. But as Ul'dah law now stands, we lack the evidence to convict him of any crime. To arrest him on spurious grounds would only play into his hands.
He has all but committed treason, and yet we can do nothing? Then what good our government? What worth the royal house? How deplorable this mockery of justice!
Oh, I thought she was gonna fall on the ground.
Have faith, Your Grace. It is not over.
Dang, he's flexing on me. Or us. Wait, so we did all that for nothing?
The incident with the new frontier hands? No, you need not elaborate. I have been following their progress with no small amount of interest. Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Kurthus soil. Right glad am I that you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Fortom does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies, or her debts. 'Twas in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed. Poor fortune, I say, yet not without precedent.
Can you hear that,
I
dog?
know the truth of it. These incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day. This new unity of purpose we attribute to their leader, the Lady Iceheart. But though I have devoted significant resources
Dang, he talks
to the task
very,
of identifying this woman,
formally.
we have yet to learn so much as her birth name. What we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve.
Well, he is the son of a
The
lord.
brigands have not yet been so brazen as
Like
to
a
risk
king?
direct confrontation here in Dragon.
No, lord is a
Some
lesser
few
than
their
the
number
king.
have, however, been sighted not far
But
to the
still
west of
rich.
and with ever
Yeah.
increasing regularity. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait? Hellone's blessings be upon you. Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes. Were they dragons, it might be otherwise. But truly, I could not wish for a finer ally. You have done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long. Should you learn aught of value, pray return to me forthwith. A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
Uh-oh.
Well,
There was a woman that laughed. Wait a second. Surely that person doesn't correlate to the person that assassinated that one person that was about to tell me everything.
she's not correlated.
Really? Interesting. Seems like a weird coincidence.
Why?
Because the other person was also on a cliff and hidden.
So just because they were both hidden on separate cliffs, that means they would be related?
Well, I mean, it wasn't even that long from each other. Like, what was it, like 2 hours ago? When you were playing Final Fantasy 16, was there a point at that, what I mentioned earlier, where it was actually, like, comical?
That where I fought a dragon in space and then had to do like something mundane.
I guess you could say it like that, but yeah.
Yeah.
There was?
I mean,
Like,
not immediately after.
I meant like
some-
they poked fun at it, like for example, the main character would have been like, "Really? You want me to get some sand after killing a
No.
dragon?" Nothing
No.
like that.
No.
Your return is most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. I confess, my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody. But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart? Indeed, and this transpired at Snowcloak? Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate. So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order. Putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Iceheart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma. As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion. Given the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action. Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche. On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
Comrades, your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made. With your strength now pledged to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea. From this moment forth, I declare you Crystal Braves. Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies as one. Whether it be the Beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus does it fall to some few heroic souls to succeed where they have failed. Come, take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all! For the freedom of all!
That guy looks like me on the far right. My character on the far right. Well, was on the far right.
A rousing
Hello.
speech, Alphino. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur?
Please, Antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were. We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
The Scions stand ready.
I remember my reaction to this being like, really? You're letting a kid with zero military
I'm eager to see
experience
what the
lead
Crystal Braves might
lead an
accomplish.
army?
I was
Really?
kind of thinking the
An
same
interesting
thing.
time indeed for the Scions. Yes, I'm listening. So our worst fears are confirmed. The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension. Truly? Kryl is alive? Thank the 12. I see. Pray, inform me if her condition changes. Yes, I shall pass on your words to Urianger. My thanks. I shall contact you anon. When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death. Putting this happy news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party. It appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima. Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well?
I think she was trying to bite me.
I wonder. Have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Garleans?
It's been a while since I've heard from that.
Then she speaks to neither one of us. Heidelind's silence portends naught but ill, I fear. Louisoix, I pray you yet watch over us.
What? Wait, what? Wait, what?
What?
Man, it sounded like he died.
I guess we didn't. I mean,
What?
Guess you didn't tell him about what happened to Louisoix.
I'm trying to remember who that was.
Old guy.
Oh my god. That's the dude from the old dude from the intro that had the side story. I thought that was like someone that died recently is what I meant.
Nope.
Anyway. I think it's okay if I end it for now, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Anyway, 0 people watching. He is going to free me now. I'm glad I'm finally free. Free the slaves.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.